Hey all, hello and welcome, Tony Bing here. So we have our final Cosmic Trial guide video for Marvel Heroes Omega, and with this we will now have all 40 heroes currently in the game through the trial using simply super heroic gear. So the hero we'll be showing off for this final trial video is Ant-Man. He's a hero I put off for quite some time, but actually his Cosmic Trial run wasn't as difficult as I expected it to be. Now what we'll do in this video is I'll show off the skills and talents I've used. Once we've done that, we'll show off the Cosmic Trial gameplay, and at the end, as always, I'll bring up the gear wheel to show off the fact that we have used simply super heroic gear, no legendary, no special artifacts in order to pass this trial. So for that reason, if you're a new player, hopefully this guide video can help you get through the trial and into the cosmic modes. But first up, let's have a look at the skills and talents. Skill wise here then, we have a mixture of melee and summon skills. Now the first one we use, and this will be our main spender when we have enough ACP, is Fistful of Ants. It actually hits over quite a wide area, so do try and use this when all the enemies are grouped up together. We then have Bullet Ant Attack. Now we use this as it works as a dot and also provides all important vulnerability. We then have another dot in Drone Strike. So this one lasts for 6 seconds. You have the 50% slow on it as well. Next up we have Tanker Throw. So you have the initial damage explosion, you have a dot, and it also has the benefit that it doesn't use ACP, so if we're running low we can actually fire this off. Now next skill we have, we're going back to our summon one, and this is Ant Decoy. So this is good for the enemies to actually attack and take some of the aggro off yourself. Now originally the plan was to use Wall of Ants, because I would much prefer this because it blocks projectiles, which would be great for the auto lock robots, but unfortunately the skill seems very buggy, so for that reason I'm using this for the time being. You can try Wall of Ants, if you can get it to work, fantastic. If not, then use this one instead. Now when you've went through this entire rotation, chances are your ACP will be running low, so you want to get close to the enemies and fire this off. You have your damage packet, it regenerates 100 of ACP. The skill itself is called the Definite Particle. Now the final skill we have before looking at the talents is your signature, which is Bigfoot Sighting. So it looks fantastic, does a lot of damage over a wide area, and it knocks down the enemies. On top of that, it works as a steroid and gives you a huge 5,600 bonus health for 8 seconds, so it can really help out if your health is low. So that's all the skills covered anyway, so let's now have a look at the talents. First talent we look at here then is Fire Ant Defences. So with this one, when we use Ant Decoy, we automatically apply Bullet Ant Attack, so that in itself is useful, but this particular talent also offers 15% for summon powers. That's very important because we are going more heavy on the summon powers with the setup we have. Next up we have Tanker Throw. So this converts Little Car Throw into Tanker Throw, which adds that dot onto it. We then have their Ant Food. So enemies take 20% more damage from summon powers for 6 seconds when you hit with a non-summon power. The non-summon powers are under the particle brawling tree, and we use quite a few of them, so we should always have that bonus 20% to summons. We then have Fire Ant Constructs. Now we don't use it for the colony buff, but we use it for the Fistful of Ants. So it gives a 10% critical hit chance bonus, also 25% damage, and the cost of this skill comes down by 10%, so that helps allow us to spam it. Final talent we have is Carpenter Ant Swarm. So Drone Strike will now roam around seeking out enemies, and it gains 150% damage. The cooldown does go up a bit, but it is worth it for it to move around the actual playing area. So that's the skills and talents covered. Let's now check out the Cosmic Trial gameplay.
Name's Scott Lang, but you can call me Ant, or Ant-Man, or Scott. The Ant can. Alright, form some cool stuff, Ant. much at stake. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
The insect you are.
And there we go, that's the final Cosmic Trial video for now at least completed. If we bring up the gear, we can see it's simply super heroic, no legendary, regular enough artifacts. I do use the cybernetic implant, which is a regular drop, but it helps with your ACP. But other than that, I hope this guide video was useful. Thanks for tuning in for this series, and I'll see you all again soon.